Now that the Border Czar has come and gone, Rochester's police chief is reflecting on the whole ordeal that put him and his department in the center of the sanctuary city debate.
Chief David Smith told us he thinks a lot of those wielding the most extreme rhetoric in this case were doing so without what he calls the correct information.
Weeks after this incident where federal agents called in Rochester police to help with an immigration traffic stop, the incident that triggered a national argument over sanctuary cities, Rochester Police Chief David Smith wonders how many people know what actually happened and where he stands on the issue. So today he told us. He said first, Rochester police did nothing wrong responding to the call for help. Not only is that allowed under Rochester sanctuary city laws, he says, it's encouraged by him and City Hall. He says it became an issue when those officers helped the federal agents by dealing with those who had been pulled over, even using handcuffs.
You know, the circumstances on arrival were not quite what they thought they were when they arrived, and it's an active internal, so I'm not going to go any farther down the road than that. But communication is key, not just from my level to chief's level at the federal, but you know, as a working relationship. My folks need to feel comfortable asking, hey, what do you have here? They need to be comfortable telling us this is what we're working. And communication is the key.
But the day Border Czar Tom Homan stopped in Rochester, Locust Club's Paul Dondorfer said the officers' help was part of the emergency response and should not have been called into question, especially publicly by the mayor or Smith.
There is still a threat that was behind those doors. Just because there was no active engagement doesn't mean that there wasn't a threat. And that's what our officers acted upon, and that's what they will continue to act upon.
Either way, Smith says there was no punishment for the officers, only some policy review, none of which, he says, came with any political overtone.
The police are apolitical. We do not take a side. We enforce the laws that we are given. We enforce them to the best of our ability. If a tool is taken away, we find another tool to get our job done. But the police are apolitical, and you know, everyone in law enforcement needs to remember that, I think.
To be clear here, this issue is not in our rear view mirror yet. The U.S. Attorney's Office is suing the city of Rochester and the mayor over the sanctuary city policies here, saying they're unconstitutional because they interfere with federal business. Now, Mayor Evans has countered, saying they do not interfere. They just tell police not to help enforce federal immigration law.